Hi everyone, what's going on? Yoshila here, and today I decided to do a different type of video, and it is top 10. Okay, so these are top 10 tips of Minecraft. So I will start from 10 and move on to 1. So I hope you enjoy. Tip number 10: get Optifine. Optifine is, I'd say, one of the best mobs you can get. I mean, not mobs, mods you can get for Minecraft, and that is because it adds so many options to the video settings. And this Optifine, the mod, also helps. I mean, yeah, the mod also helps improve gameplay because it can help your game lag less. And the good thing about Optifine is that when you install HD texture packs to the Minecraft, like right over here, you don't need MC Patcher. Tip 9: when starting a new survival world, set your first goal to find sheep. Why is that? I mean, most people usually, decide to get wood first. So why would you tell me to get sheep, to get wool first? Well, the first night is usually the night that is the most dangerous, and that is because you're not prepared. You don't have stone tools. You're still playing with wooden tools, and well, wood is just not good for tools unless we're talking about sticks, because all tools need sticks. So if you find sheep, you can sleep, right? So after you find sheep, you can just chop down some wood, and that can give you a bed. And the first few nights you can survive until you go caving and all that stuff. And then when you get all improved tools, then you can decide if you want to go out killing mobs or not. Tip 8: make an unlimited water source. So how is an unlimited water source helpful? Well, it you need an unlimited water source for a farm. I'm not saying you need it to actually work on a farm, but think, if you know plants need water to grow, so you need water near the whole area. So that's how it's useful. And I mean, you can't seriously just go to oceans all the time and you know get the water you need. But I guess that can take a while. And if you don't know how to make an unlimited water source, I'm going to teach you how to make one right now. There are two ways. Well, there may be a lot more. I'm going to show you just one because this one I find is the best. So you just want to place one water there and one water over here. And you realize that they're perfect like that. Now, if I take a bucket and keep taking water from anywhere, everything will automatically refill. Okay? You really don't have to worry about any more water. That's it. Tip 7: never ever make swords or pickaxes or armor using gold. Gold is a horrible ingot, okay? You gotta trust me. Like, even this iron sword will last way longer than this golden sword. It's just not worth it. Even this pickaxe is way better than this pickaxe. And now you want to compare the armor is just horrible. See, we put on the gold armor. It looks cool, but it's not as helpful. Let's see it on survival mode. You can see we have 5.5 t-shirts. Now let's wear this. Oopsies. Okay, you can see it is much more worth it. I mean, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Like, that's a big difference, okay? And after all, gold is not the it's almost a rare it's almost a rare ingot as well. I mean, you don't really find it as much as iron, which is a good thing. I mean, who really cares about gold? You want iron. It's just how it is. Tip 6. Never use bow and arrows on animals. I don't even have to show you a video for this, a gameplay for this, because it's just simple. I mean, why would you want to use bow and arrows and waste your arrows on animals when the animals can't even hurt you? Well, like, wouldn't you rather, wouldn't you rather hit the mobs instead, because they actually want to hurt you? So, I mean, arrows hurt a lot. I mean, yeah, they're very good. They can actually hurt mobs pretty bad. So I'm not sure why you would want to waste it on animals. It's just easy as 1, 2, 3. That's tip 6. Tip 5. Always get more than what you need. Usually what happens is, when I chop down some trees, I feel like this much will be enough. And then when I actually go build the thing I want, so let's say I'm talking about a house, what happens is I'm short. And then I just get so mad at myself. Like, I feel like, why didn't I just chop down some extra wood? I mean, it only takes a few seconds to chop down one tree. And seriously, it's just too frustrating. And even when you're mining thing, yeah, you just always want to get more than what you need. Like, let's say you think you need, I don't know, 5 wool, okay, for your house, and it turns out that you actually need 10 wool, and that's just horrible. I mean, yeah, I just get so frustrated when I make mistakes like that, and I turn out to have one less wood plank. It really gets me mad. Tip 4. Crafting is not as hard as it looks. It's actually just how the shape would look like in real life. What I mean by that? Well, what does a crafting table look like? Well, it's basically a cube, right? So you just have to think a cube is a 3D square. I guess you can say that now. One face of a cube is a square. So basically, you just have to put 4 wood planks, and that makes a crafting table. Crafting table is basically a need, okay? You must have it. I mean, you just can't really play Minecraft without it. I mean, how are you going to make all your tools? To make tools, sticks is very important, and stick also follows the same formula. A stick is basically like, something, it's like a straight line. So basically, this is a straight line, right? But that's a stick. You get 4 sticks actually, which is good, right? I mean, that is a lot of wood. By the way, this is a button, and it makes fully sense, right? I mean, one thing, and a button isn't even supposed to be that big. Next, tools. Tools are very important. So let's say, we don't need that many. 1 stick and this. That makes a sword. Does the shape look familiar? It does to me. See? Okay, so let's take that. A pickaxe also has the same formula. Let me show you. 2 sticks and 3 cobblestone. Of course, it's not at a curvy shape because, well, this is a 3x3 grid, but it is similar. I mean, I can surely tell it is similar. Okay, for some reason my thing froze. Hoe also follows the same formula, and I'll just show you all of the tools. That's a hoe. That's a shovel, right? Makes sense. Okay, now let's just get out of this stuff, and let's look at another basic thing, such as a torch. You got 4 torches, and it's well, you can't just obviously have fire. I mean, you need coal to burn fire. I mean, to burn fire, right? Yeah. So basically, that's why you need coal. Okay. A bed is also important. Wool, like that, and like this. See, these are for the pillows, and this is, well, for a thing, for a tape on it. Next, doors. Doors are pretty important. Oopsies. See, doors. It's that simple. And now we can even make doors. We can even make stepways like that. See, steps. It looks like a step, doesn't it? It does, and that's why you make stairs. And basically, with that same formula, you can make millions of stuff. Well, every single thing. I mean, this 3x3 grid is much bigger than you think. Tip 3. Always put items into a chest before leaving a multiplayer world. It's important. Although the world saves your data, it can sometimes glitch and remove all your data. And it will forget your complete profile. And what will happen is all your stuff will be gone. And that can be a problem. I mean, what about all the diamonds you got? What about all the iron you mined out? What about all the wood you had? I mean, wouldn't you want it back? It's very important. After all, diamonds aren't easy to find. Okay, they're very rare. So really, it's just a must. You should put it in a chest before you leave a multiplayer world. Tip 2. Never waste diamonds or iron on a hoe. Okay guys, just never. Why? Well, it's just not worth it. I mean, you're wasting your diamonds and iron on something that you're not even going to use all the time. I mean, wouldn't you rather make pickaxes or swords that you will actually use more often? I would seriously do that. Hoes are just used for farming, and you don't really have to use a hoe a lot. I mean, unless you want a lot of seeds, like you just randomly go, hoeing places, but it's not worth it. No. You're wasting your diamonds. Well, I guess you can make a hoe out of gold. I mean, gold is stupid anyways, but I just don't recommend you using diamonds or iron. Yeah. You can make a sword instead. I mean, a hoe uses two ingots, right? So does a sword, so more worth it. Tip 1. Video settings for best performance. Usually Minecraft is a very laggy game, and especially if you have a low-K computer, it can be quite laggy. I have a 4K computer with 3.75 usable, which I have no clue what it means, but that's my computer. That's the RAM, okay? So you might have something bigger or smaller. But if it's smaller, yeah, your Minecraft will lag way more than mine. But if it's bigger, maybe this tip isn't very helpful for you. But I'm sure it is very helpful because no matter what, Minecraft just lags way too much. So, this is what you don't want, okay? Like, seriously, render distance is extreme. Oh, by the way, this is what it looks like when you have Optifine. Tip 10, make sure you get Optifine. I mean, it's a very helpful mod. So this is what it will look like, right? So never play on fancy graphics. Well, I guess you can, but it's just like the big difference is the trees. Like, you can see through trees, but it's not really important, right? I don't find it useful at all. This render distance is very important. The smaller it is, the less you will see. But look, let's just read this. Extreme 512 meters, slowest far 256 meters, maybe that's meters, I don't know, maybe blocks, I don't know. Slower, and normal 128 meters, short 64 meters, and tiny 32 meters. So what this is it's a slider, but it helps you decide how far you want to see. Extremes are even important. Like you can even play on tiny, but I don't recommend that. I actually just recommend normal, or if your computer is just better, normal plus 16. If it's not perfect, I guess you can play on short or something like that. But I like playing on normal plus 16. Just a little more than normal, but not as much as far. Smooth lighting, you never want it on, okay? Never. Unless you're not lagging, okay? Like, let's just make this clear. This is for people who lag a lot. So you never want this on, okay? It's not even that important. It just makes it look more, I don't know, like realistic. It adds a bit of shadow effect. So you want to turn this off, and this is the sliding for the level. It's best to keep that off too, because basically this isn't worth anything. This is what really matters. So you want to make that off. Performance, max frames per second. FPS means frames per second. So you want to make it the slider to be highest max frames per second, because if you keep it like this, what happens is Minecraft will make itself so that like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, it will always want to be at least 170 frames per second, which my computer never reaches. I guess you can keep at least limit 30 frames per second, or limit 15 frames per second. I guess those are good, but you don't want like super high frames. You want max frames per second, means like there's no limit, okay? It can go on forever and ever. So let's say your computer is super awesome and it can go up to 250 frames per second. It will go there. Let's say your computer sometimes starts to slow down. It will take it up to 6 frames per second. There's no limit. That's what you want. Bobbing is like, it's not even important. I don't know why they would even give it an option. It should be off. Bobbing is basically, how your hand is over here. When you walk, it moves like this. When view bobbing is off, it won't move like that. That's basically all. And chunk loading, smooth, fog, fast, or etc. These are all the same. So basically, that's it.